Remember words by reading essays. Whims and Wonders of the Heart.
Good morning, everyone. Today, we are going to study an interesting passage titled Whims and Wonders of the Heart. First, let's listen to the whole text carefully to get a general understanding of the story and its main ideas.
Life often sweeps us into moments of rapture, where joy seems boundless. Sophia felt such bliss when she finally published her first novel, her name on the cover after 6 long years of hard slog. Every sleepless night, every tear, had finally culminated in this moment. Yet, life is rarely linear. Colleagues' whims could frustrate her, causing delays and uncertainty. Some people were temperamentally ill-suited for teamwork, their unique streaks clashing with others, creating tension that she had to navigate carefully. She had seen many a friend fall victim to envy, silently gloating over others' setbacks or even crowing over them openly. Worse, she watched acquaintances fritter away their talents, letting vanity and superficial ambition guide their paths. Sophia, however, was a go-getting spirit, a visionary in her own right, who refused to let her passion be crushed. She knew life sometimes demanded we sit on our hands, waiting for the right moment, or take fallow periods to regain energy. The world also brimmed with mendacious tales, fictitious successes, and empty promises. She had learned to paper over disappointments, to cloak her insecurities, and to not let others obscure the truth she knew. She had also faced draconian critiques and harsh judgment, but she refused to succumb. Sophia realized that life's greatest lessons were intertwined with human emotion. To embrace joy, one must navigate whims, resist envy, and balance ambition with patience. In the end, the heart that cherishes rapture while enduring the storms becomes not only wiser, but truly alive.
Now, let's listen to the passage again. This time, I will pause at certain points to explain some key vocabulary and important phrases that are essential for your understanding.
Life often sweeps us into moments of rapture, where joy seems boundless.
The word rapture refers to a feeling of intense joy or deep emotional delight. In the text, it describes Sophia's overwhelming happiness when she achieves her dream. It's stronger than simple happiness. It suggests a kind of emotional high, where everything feels almost perfect.
Is rapture similar to excitement?
Good question. It includes excitement, but it's deeper and more lasting, often connected to meaningful or life-changing moments.
Can we use it for small, everyday happiness?
Not usually. Rapture is best reserved for powerful, unforgettable feelings rather than ordinary pleasure.
Sophia felt such bliss when she finally published her first novel, her name on the cover after 6 long years of hard slog.
The phrase hard slog refers to a long period of difficult, tiring work that requires persistence. In the text, it highlights Sophia's 6 years of effort, suggesting not just hard work, but steady, exhausting progress without immediate reward.
Is hard slog always about physical work?
Not necessarily. It can describe mental or emotional effort as well, like studying or building a career.
Does it have a negative meaning?
It can sound slightly negative because it emphasizes difficulty, but it also implies determination and resilience.
Every sleepless night, every tear, had finally culminated in this moment. Yet, life is rarely linear. Colleagues' whims could frustrate her, causing delays and uncertainty.
The word whims refers to sudden, unpredictable changes in someone's ideas or behavior. In the text, it describes how colleagues act based on impulse rather than careful thought, which can create confusion or delays.
Is a whim always a bad thing?
Not always. It can be playful or creative. But in serious situations, It may cause problems.
Can we use whims to describe ourselves?
Yes. You can say you act on a whim, but it suggests you're being spontaneous rather than planned.
Some people were temperamentally ill-suited for teamwork.
The word temperamentally relates to a person's natural character or personality. In the text, it explains that some people are not suited for teamwork because of their inherent traits, not just their choices or skills.
Is temperamentally the same as personally?
Not exactly. Personally is broader, while temperamentally focuses on inborn tendencies and emotional nature.
Can temperament change over time?
It can develop slightly, but it is generally considered a stable part of who someone is.
Their unique streaks clashing with others, creating tension that she had to navigate carefully.
The word streaks here refers to distinctive traits or tendencies in a person's character. In the text, unique streaks suggests individual qualities, sometimes strong or unusual, that may clash with others in teamwork.
Is streak always something negative?
Not at all. It can be positive, like a creative streak, or negative, depending on the context.
Can we use streak for behavior?
Yes. For example, you can say someone has a stubborn streak or a generous streak.
She had seen many a friend fall victim to envy, silently gloating over others' setbacks or even crowing over them openly.
The phrases gloating over and crowing over both describe taking pleasure in someone else's failure. Gloating is often quieter and more inward, while crowing is more open and boastful, almost like bragging about it.
So both are negative expressions.
Yes. They carry a strong negative tone because they show a lack of empathy.
Can crowing over be used jokingly?
It can. But even jokingly, it still suggests showing off or celebrating another's mistake.
Worse, she watched acquaintances fritter away their talents.
The phrase fritter away means to waste something gradually, especially time, money, or talent, on unimportant things. In the text, it shows how some people slowly lose their potential by focusing on vanity instead of meaningful goals.
Does it mean wasting a lot at once?
Not exactly. It suggests small amounts wasted over time, which eventually add up.
Can we use it for time?
Yes. Very commonly. For example, you can say someone frittered away their time on trivial activities.
Letting vanity and superficial ambition guide their paths.
The word vanity refers to excessive pride in one's appearance or achievements. In the text, it suggests a shallow focus on image rather than real growth, which can lead people to lose sight of meaningful goals.
Is vanity always about looks?
Often, but not only. It can also refer to pride in abilities or success.
Is it a negative word?
Generally, yes, because it implies self-importance without deeper value.
Sophia, however, was a go-getting spirit.
The word go-getting describes a person who is very determined, energetic, and eager to achieve success. In the text, it shows Sophia's proactive and ambitious attitude toward her goals and dreams.
Is go-getting a positive word?
Yes, it is strongly positive. It highlights ambition and initiative.
Can we use it for students?
Absolutely. You can say a go-getting student works hard and actively pursues opportunities.
a visionary in her own right, who refused to let her passion be crushed.
The word visionary describes a person who is clear, imaginative ideas about the future, and the ability to think beyond the present. In the text, it shows that Sophia is not only hardworking but also forward-thinking and creative in her goals.
Is a visionary always successful?
Not necessarily. A visionary has ideas and foresight, but success depends on execution as well.
Can it be used in business?
Yes, very often. It's commonly used for leaders who introduce innovative or future-oriented ideas.
She knew life sometimes demanded we sit on our hands.
The phrase sit on our hands means to do nothing in a situation where action might be needed. In the text, it suggests waiting patiently instead of rushing, especially when timing is not right.
Is it a literal action?
No.
It's figurative. It doesn't mean physically sitting on your hands.
Is it always negative?
Not always. Sometimes it implies wise restraint, waiting for the right moment instead of acting too quickly.
Waiting for the right moment, or take fallow periods to regain energy.
The word fallow originally comes from agriculture, meaning land that is left unplanted for a period to recover its fertility. In the text, it is used metaphorically to describe a rest phase in life when a person pauses to regain energy and strength.
So it means doing nothing.
Not exactly. It means resting with purpose, allowing recovery and renewal.
Is it a positive idea?
Yes. It suggests that taking breaks can actually help long-term growth and productivity.
The world also brimmed with mendacious tales, fictitious successes, and empty promises.
The word mendacious means deliberately untruthful or lying, while fictitious refers to something that is invented or not real. In the text, they highlight false stories and imagine successes that mislead people.
Are both words the same?
Not exactly. Mendacious focuses on intentional lying, while fictitious means simply not real.
Can fictitious be used in writing stories?
Yes. It's often used in literature to describe imaginary characters or events.
She had learned to paper over disappointments.
The phrase paper over means to hide problems or difficulties instead of dealing with them directly. In the text, it shows how Sophia tries to cover her disappointments and emotional struggles rather than openly confronting them.
Is it like solving a problem?
No.
It's the opposite. It means concealing a problem, not fixing it.
Can it be used in formal writing?
Yes. It's commonly used in both formal and informal contexts, especially when discussing conflicts or mistakes being hidden.
To cloak her insecurities,
The word cloak means to hide or cover something, often emotions, intentions, or truths. In the text, it shows how Sophia conceals her insecurities so that others cannot easily see them.
Is cloak only a physical object?
Originally, it is a piece of clothing, but here it is used figuratively.
Is it similar to hide?
Yes, but cloak often suggests a more deliberate or emotional form of hiding.
and to not let others obscure the truth she knew.
The word obscure means to make something unclear, difficult to understand, or hidden from view. In the text, it describes how outside influences can cloud or hide the truth that Sophia understands.
Is obscure always negative?
Often it is. But it can also simply mean something is not well known or hard to see.
Can it be used for ideas?
Yes, very commonly. You can say a concept is obscure if it is confusing or not clearly explained.
She had also faced draconian critiques and harsh judgment, but she refused to succumb.
The word draconian describes extremely strict, severe, or harsh rules and punishments. In the text, it refers to very severe criticism that feels almost unfair or overly strict toward Sophia.
Why is it called draconian?
It comes from ancient laws attributed to a ruler named Draco, known for very harsh punishments.
Is it always about laws?
Not only laws, it can describe any strict or severe system, rule, or judgment.
Sophia realized that life's greatest lessons were intertwined with human emotion. To embrace joy, one must navigate whims, resist envy, and balance ambition with patience. In the end, the heart that cherishes rapture while enduring the storms becomes not only wiser, but truly alive.
All right. Let's listen to the entire text one more time. Try to follow along and see how well you can understand it after our explanation.
Life often sweeps us into moments of rapture, where joy seems boundless. Sophia felt such bliss when she finally published her first novel, her name on the cover after 6 long years of hard slog. Every sleepless night, every tear, had finally culminated in this moment. Yet, life is rarely linear. Colleagues' whims could frustrate her, causing delays and uncertainty. Some people were temperamentally ill-suited for teamwork, their unique streaks clashing with others, creating tension that she had to navigate carefully. She had seen many a friend fall victim to envy, silently gloating over others' setbacks or even crowing over them openly. Worse, she watched acquaintances fritter away their talents, letting vanity and superficial ambition guide their paths. Sophia, however, was a go-getting spirit, a visionary in her own right, who refused to let her passion be crushed. She knew life sometimes demanded we sit on our hands, waiting for the right moment, or take fallow periods to regain energy. The world also brimmed with mendacious tales, fictitious successes, and empty promises. She had learned to paper over disappointments, to cloak her insecurities, and to not let others obscure the truth she knew. She had also faced draconian critiques and harsh judgment, but she refused to succumb. Sophia realized that life's greatest lessons were intertwined with human emotion. To embrace joy, one must navigate whims, resist envy, and balance ambition with patience. In the end, the heart that cherishes rapture while enduring the storms becomes not only wiser, but truly alive.
That brings us to the end of today's lesson. I hope you have gained a better understanding of the text and the useful expressions in it. Thank you for your attention. And see you next time.